Ready, George?
Yep.
All right, let's go. Yo, Stick This Podcast. George, Greg, back in the building. We got special guests on Skype, on the line, on the phone, whatever you want to call it. We got Mike Guillory.
What's going on, fellas?
Did I say the name right?
You got it.
Okay. I am awful with names. I'm super trash with names. I can't even remember George most of the time.
Yes. Okay. So we're starting the show off.
Sometimes you got
just cracking jokes.
But obviously, everybody, we appreciate everybody who listens. Follow, like, subscribe, iTunes, YouTube, Spotify, Podbean, all that good stuff. Whatever you listen to us on, review us. We like that. It's important that you do that. And if you have any criticism or anything, obviously you could DM us, let us know. We try our best to do what we can. Obviously, remember to go to goat.com/sneakthis. The site's still up. For how long? I have no idea. I need them to send that send that check. Trying to think what else, man. I think that might be it for the intro. We got, like I said,
talking about that check,
bro. Them cats got me a little tight. Like, I need them
Gotta
cats.
get your money, man.
That's for real. But we appreciate you coming on, Mike. Mike is a writer for sneakerhistory.com. So, like I said, we just gonna do like the regular show, go through topics, go through any news, sneaker news and stuff like that, and obviously ask you a few questions about writing, stuff like that, especially in this era, So
yeah,
we always give. I don't know if you want to your IG, anything like that, real quick.
Yeah. You can find me IG, Twitter, just MadWatcher789. Replace the E with a 3 at the end, and you can find me.
And just sneakerhistory.com too?
Yeah, just sneakerhistory.com. That's the best way to find me.
So, we always ask the guests first if you had any pickups, anything you bought lately or this week.
Man, only thing I got this week was actually something you saw earlier. I took a chance on those Puma Clyde Court Disrupts. Just had to see what they're about. Been eyeing them in the store, and they dropped in price by about $50. So I was like, why not?
Oh, they're already on sale?
Yeah.
Wait.
I got them for like $89.
So
you gonna be able to get that from them?
No. It'll just save into my Skype account.
Oh.
So,
all right.
Let's see. So we might be trying something new now. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Hey, there you go.
But you see, you got the Puma Clydes.
Yeah. This is that.
Is that feather one?
Peace on Earth pair.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it's that Christmas pair. I mean,
wait, that was
honestly, it's a thick knit on it, man, and it's comfortable. Like I can't even deny it, man. I went to actually work out in these, and I thought we were gonna be just a bit clunky. Man, feel good on foot.
So you actually worked out in them, or you hooped in them?
I worked out and I haven't hooped in them yet. So
okay.
Slowly but surely.
So they have what's that technology you got in it? It's not Boost, but it's like.
It might as well be. It's Ignite foam energy beads.
Yeah, okay. It feels like it though. It feels like Boost.
Yeah, and if you go into like any like Puma store or any like maybe like Dick's Sporting Good or something like that, you'll see these Puma runners. I swear to you, they are basically Puma Ultra Boost.
Oh, okay.
Exact same midsole, everything. So apparently the energy beads are Boost, but just they have a different naming agreement. I don't know. But it's basically the same thing.
Yeah, we had talked about that a long time ago. How like Puma had Boost first,
yeah, they got
basically
the same technology. It's just not.
I have seen your post earlier, and I had put on there that everybody I've seen that actually wore those are extremely tall. Like I've never seen anybody short wear them yet. I think maybe a couple people in the league. Other than that, that was it. Everybody's been tall.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a good 5'7.5", 5'8". I told you it's about good 5'9.5" when I put these on, but they were nice, man. They're not too, like I say, not too clunky, not too bricky or anything like that. I mean, it's a basketball shoe,
right?
So it's not as much give as a running shoe, but man, it's not bad. I mean, if you have a chance to try them on, at least.
You didn't try for any all-star pickups or nothing this week?
Oh man, I didn't go for anything but the Kobe 4s, but I didn't even see them in person here. I had a weird release. I don't know if they were just in Charlotte, maybe in LA, but I got no luck even seeing them here.
Wait a minute, they weren't on the sneakers app?
Man, I don't even try that. What? I lose on it all the time.
I think they're sitting on there, aren't they?
The Kobe's?
Yeah.
Really?
No.
Oh, they're not.
No,
oh,
they
I don't
sold
know.
out. They were on. They were on there, but they sold out. No, check. Someone sent me a link. I don't know if it's a couple of days ago now, so I don't know if it's still there. But someone sent me a link from Livestock, which is in Canada. So check there. The price shipped, it was actually at least what it would cost tax wise to get to me in Phoenix. The Canadian price shipped was actually a little bit cheaper than it would have been from Nike. I just didn't want to spend when I went to click checkout on Livestock, it was like $184 shipped and they're $175 box price, and I was like, I don't want to pay that much. If I can get them on sale or a different colorway, I'll do it. But because I love that shoe, I love Kobe 4. I want one. I just don't want that colorway. Not for that price.
I was gonna say I didn't know you were even gonna try for that colorway.
Yeah, I mean, I want the shoe for the shoe model, not necessarily for the color.
But you have.
Yeah.
I have Del Sol still. I only got one colorway of Kobe 4.
What happened to the USCs? Oh, those are 5s.
Yeah, those are too small. They're both 11.5, so I can't even wear them anymore.
Oh.
I don't know why I bought 11.5s back then in those days, but that was a long time ago when you really think about it. 7 years ago when those released.
Yeah, man.
Do you
I still got a pair of 5 floating around.
So you didn't grab nothing else? You didn't try for the ones or nothing?
Now I saw those turbo green ones and the crimson ones still sitting in the mall near our apartment here. I don't know. I just can't. I don't like the writing on the leather panel. It just kills it for me.
Oh, I'm definitely, when mine come in, I'm taking those off. I'm taking the words off. Like,
yeah, it looks dumb.
Yeah, and like it's not that noticeable. You know, a lot of people making a big deal about it.
You ain't taking the words off.
I am. I watched a bunch of videos. I watched a few videos of it.
You can barely see it. Huh?
I'm about to. Yeah, see, I have to see it first in hand to say, all right, this needs to come off, because I really don't think it's that bad. It's just every time I saw a picture, I thought it was the watermark. I thought it was a watermark of like every picture I saw.
That's what I thought.
So like it's not that bad. Like everybody losing their mind over it, but I seen people like, yo, fake off-white. I'm like, yo, just chill out. You know? Which I don't know why they decided to do that in the first place. Like why they went that route on these last 2 Jordan 1s that they dropped. But whatever. George, you got any pickups? Or do you want me to go first?
You go first.
Me go first. All right. So I did get.
Migos. What?
I returned a bunch of stuff. All right. Because I'm like, all right, I'm gonna return some stuff to buy some stuff. All right. I returned those trash React 87s. All right.
There you go.
Now I had a hard time returning.
Trash is the wrong word.
Yeah,
but they
trash.
Suck, but they ain't
trash is the wrong word. But for the price that they are, it's just not worth it, dude. Now the ones that are getting ready to come out this week, those are fire, dude. But I took those back. I took something else back, and I got Turbo Green. Shout out to Josh. He's on Instagram. I would talk about him all the time at the Swagzilla, _ the Swagzilla. That's the homie. He actually got a pair, going to pick up his pair, and then one of his homies said, "Yo, we got an extra pair. This is in the Bay." So he grabbed it and he sold it to me. So shout out to him. Sold it to me for retail, you know, and I appreciate that. That's dope, you know, because he really didn't have to. He could have sold it himself, you know, but he's offered a few times on stuff, and I definitely appreciate it. So those come in, and then I got yesterday the Western 98s, the best Westerns, whatever them joints called. I had to get those just to see them in hand. You know? Like I had to see those in hand because
they're not awful. They're just different. That's all I say. They're just different.
I just don't like the paisley and the denims that are different colors. They should have just done it all with the light tone denim.
See, I have a problem more with the tan. Like, and that's only in the 97s. The 97s had way too much tan. But these ones, I like the paisley. Like, I think the paisley's cool depending on how it looks. But I don't want these joints looking like some type of cowboy.
Your name is YG. You know?
Yeah, like I don't want them looking like Woody Paul from Toy Story. Like I don't want them looking goofy. So all them denims and bleached denims, I gotta see, because I'm not a denim shoe fan. All right, there's only been one denim shoe that I thought was all right, and that was the LeBron, one of those LeBrons, 8s or
EXTs.
EXTs were the ones I thought were okay. Yeah. Trying to think what else I got. I think that might be it. My Asics came in this week from Quality Conflict in Connecticut. Shout out to them. Can't wait for those. Them the ones I'm waiting for.
What Asics?
Asics Gel Light 3s. They do and they're like 7 friends and family. So I'm friends and families of theirs. So
Interesting theory.
So I copped them off there. I can't wait for them joints to come. Quality and Conflict out of Connecticut. And shout out to them. All right. They super dope cats. They make some super dope stuff. When you see them, you're going to be like, yo, how much are these joints? And for the price, like, come on, man. Like, and which we're going to talk about. We're going to get in.
You've never brought this shoe up on the show before.
No, I keep forgetting. I talked about it with Jay. Yeah, I talked about it with Jay. But I kept forgetting about it. But it came today because it takes 2 weeks to produce. It's special, fam. Friends and family.
What?
Takes 2 weeks to produce, man.
Made to order? Is that what's happening right now?
Basically, because it's such limited numbers. It's only for friends and family. You guys wouldn't understand. George, what you got?
What didn't I buy? Way too much stuff. The only thing I bought that was my size though was I guess technically I bought those
Best Westerns.
Right. Concord Golf Lows were in my size, but I already sold those. Another pair of those patent leather. I won on sneakers for those patent leather.
Patent leather what?
Jordan 1s.
Oh, yeah.
The women's ones.
Well, you got a pair on sneakers too?
Yeah. I got a pair from End that I already sold a long time ago, and I got a pair on sneakers that I already sold. Those Concord Golf joints are already sold. A pair I had no business buying. It was a panic buy because it was like social status 6 because it went on social
you bought it?
social status
Oh,
website.
yeah.
I was just like, oh.
It seems like everybody copped them, huh?
Yeah, I talked to Sock Jig Man. He said they had about 27 million pairs. So
Oh,
that's
really?
why. Yes,
Them
but
joints were $250 for a 6, bro.
you are correct.
Have you seen them in person yet? I haven't seen them in hand. Are they actually nice or?
Nah, they come Thursday. But that's the last thing I want. I was hoping they would cancel my order on accident.
They gotta be awful though.
Oh, they have to be.
It's like a furry 6, man.
Right? I mean, I should be able to like make
Yeah.
back what I spent on it, but not much more than that.
Them joints are that horsehair stuff. You gotta be minimal with that.
It's an energy shoe though, and it's an all-star shoe, and it's a collab. So that's why I was like panic buy. We'll see. Maybe somebody's willing to pay like $400 for it.
So
but
you
nope.
gotta hope for
Find
something like
somebody.
yeah. So you gotta hope for something like that to be $160, and then you sell it for $250.
Well, I also hope that it would be like in a special box because it was a collab, but I don't think that's the case. So what I might do is just like return it to Nike.
Can you even do that?
Get Nike credit back. Why wouldn't you be able to do that?
Wait. From social status, you can take it back to
I
Nike.
mean, it's releasing on sneakers too. Take this out the show. All right.
Bro, you gotta explain this stuff to me before we record.
No, I'm not. You can leave it in the show. I'm joking. I don't
It's
care.
already in there, though.
I'm gonna try to sell it. Obviously, that was the whole point. But
you
if
get your
I
size?
can't sell it, I might just be like, just make store credit, fam.
Did you get your size?
Yeah, I did, but I'm not gonna wear it. It's purple and horsehair. I mean,
It should.
It's awful. It's awful. I can't.
Yeah, it's awful. It should have been a women's shoe.
I don't understand. Is there a story behind it? Because I really don't understand the point.
I don't really understand the point of a lot of stuff coming out of All-Star Weekend, to be honest with you.
It has Nike Air on the back.
Oh, it does?
Fam. I
On
don't
the
know.
social status?
That's what this says.
That's impossible.
That's what this says, fam.
Hold on, I gotta see that.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Really?
So I bought those. I bought.
Good God. What else?
Well, we both bought the green.
Green what?
Aero green. What's green? The one you just said, Jordan 1.
Oh, turbo chills.
Yeah.
Whatever. Turbo greens.
I got turbo greens my size because I couldn't get a smaller size to flip. So
So you're going to keep them then?
we'll see. When it comes, we'll see if I like it.
I'm going to put yellow laces in mine.
All right. You put yellow on your teeth.
Yes, yellow in your teeth. That's still the ultimate insult. When you talking to somebody, all you got to do is say brush your teeth. Still the king.
I think that's all I bought. I don't remember if I ever said that those Eddie Huang. Did I ever say that? Or was that?
Maybe last week.
I don't
Ultra
remember.
Boost?
Yeah, I got those, but I bought them in a size I planned to resell too, and I didn't do it quick enough, which was on my fault.
See, I like the shoe, but I hate the material they use for the stripes. The stripes, it's the stripe material.
Listen, who's that one we follow on Instagram?
RJ?
Yeah, RJ.
Yeah, RJ.
When he put them on in that picture, it was the day they were coming in, and I was like, damn, those joints look fire. I might have to keep them now. That picture is the best I've ever seen that shoe look because it looked trash in every other picture. And when I opened the box, The material they used around the toe box area is some of the cheapest material I've ever seen in my
Around
entire
the toe
life.
box, isn't it just prime knit?
No. The part that goes around the toe box is like fake leather or something. I don't even know what it is, but it's some of the cheapest feeling material I've ever seen in my entire life.
Is it a 4.0 or
Look.
is it what would they go?
No,
with
it's
this
a
one?
It's a 1.0 knit, which is why I liked it. Plus, it's all red, so
Okay.
we hadn't seen an all red
Yeah.
Ultra Boost. But look around the toe box right there. It's
Oh
like,
yeah, see, that's the same material they use on the stripes. I hate that material. Where like when you look down from the top, it looks white around the top of it. I hate that. It looks like dry.
I didn't mind the cage. Yeah, it's terrible.
It's terrible.
But whatever they use for that material is actual trash can. They should have used just like the suede they use. What's the suede they use on that one we got? Or did you even buy it? SNS? The one that's like beige color?
Beige.
The one that was canceled and then they brought it back and it was supposed to be a collab shoe and then when they released it, it really wasn't. You know what I'm talking about?
Ultra Boost?
Yes.
I don't know, man.
Simple
Isn't
bought
that a
it. It's the
garment?
one Simple complains about, like blames me for making him buy it.
I don't even know.
Yeah, you do.
Nice kicks at MD.
Yes, nice kicks in MD.
So these are straight vinyl pieces on this Ultra Boost. I'm looking at the picture right now. It looks like they got vinyl just slapped it on the shoe.
I mean, that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah, it's garbage.
It's. I mean, I would still. If forced to wear it, I would wear it. It ain't garbage. It's just not.
yeah.
It's just like.
It's wearable.
If I was forced to wear it, yes, a hostage situation.
No, yeah.
In order to free your wife. In order to free your wife.
Forced to wear it, as in like can't ever sell that joint because you obviously can't send it back. I got it from Bait, so.
Now, you know what's funny is that how whack a sneaker is, even though, like, if I can't get rid of it or flip it, like, I know this is now my sneaker, I still won't wear it. Like, I can't get myself to wear it. Even if I know it's whack, I just can't do it.
Or send it back or give it to
Yeah,
somebody.
but sometimes the work and the putting the work into something is not even worth it.
You're a weird person. Huh?
What comes out this week? I know I had a list of releases. Before we start talking to Mike about.
That's coming out.
A bunch of stuff released on Nike Store today that I didn't get any of, and I'm angry because I was actually on the site as all that stuff was releasing.
Mike, you like the Jordan 1 Defiance or whatever they're called? With that red stripe?
The only reason I don't like it, I don't mind a red stripe. I don't like the high gloss finish that leather.
Yes.
I don't know. It looks like it's either extra hard or kind of like stiff. Like, give me some just nice leather if you're gonna do something different. It's cool. I mean, but I don't, because it's trying to be. It says couture, so they're trying to make it like a high fashion deal. So I'm not really about that.
No, I think like I don't mind. Every time I see them, I like them more. But yeah, it's something about the black finish. It's something weird about it. Like
Yeah,
it
it looks like an oil slick.
It should have just been leather or suede. Like it's awful. What else comes out this week?
Social Status 6 comes out on Nike, like everywhere else other than Social Status, or maybe it's not going anywhere besides Nike and Social Status, but that comes out. The second colorway of the 720s come out, the women's Sunset.
Oh, that's women's, the Sunset one? I thought that's men's.
It says it on here. Maybe it's women's and men's. I don't know. Kyrie Black Red. Which is the one I told you that might be the one that's worth actually buying because it'll go on sale at some point. Obviously, you'll be able to get it for super cheap. Yeah, it's just like the basic. I mean, he plays for the Celtics, so it doesn't make any sense. But it's like a shoe you would wear if you play for the Bulls or something.
Oh yeah, those are cool.
Let's see what else. Oh, Zoom Rookie Galaxy coming out.
Mike, you like those?
I can't do it. I had the original white and black pair in what was it 2012?
The ones that glow in the dark, or just the white?
I think it was 2013.
Just
No, 2012.
I don't know. Whatever.
This
I got it when it
Galaxy
came
pack?
out.
Oh, 2013. That was when phones came out.
I swear there's no zoom in that shoe. It's walking a brick. I can't walk in them. They're painful.
You know what? 2012 was Galaxy. No, wait. When was the Galaxy pack?
Which Galaxy pack are
Galaxy
you
was
talking
2012 All-Star game.
Yeah, All-Star game. Oh, Galaxy is All-Star 2012. 2013 was Area 72 pack.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
about? Nah, fam.
I got it written down. Like I wrote it down specifically.
2000. Huh? Are you talking about Big Bang?
Yeah, Big Bang and all that was 2012, I think.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Because
No, that's right.
It's 2012. It's 2012. Because then after that was the New Orleans pack, and they went to New Orleans after that one, and then they went to...
No, because that was Kobe 7 was part of that pack.
Yeah, that was...
That did not come out in 2012.
Yes, it did. Big Bang. Oh, that was 2012 All-Star game. 2012 February. Now the Kobe 7 might have came out in the end of 2011 and then in the 2012. No, I think you're wrong, fam.
I'm pretty sure it was 2013 when your favorite, what is it? Foam Positive All Time released.
I don't know.
Anyways, women's Air Jordan 4, while you're looking that up, women's Air Jordan 4 Silt Red. The print on that is trash. All right, go ahead.
Yep,
what were you going to say?
waste of materials.
I mean, I kind of like how they contrasted
2012.
some of the colors, but I saw the print that's on like the lightest pink or whatever, and it's like, I don't know what you would call that.
Those suck. Jordan 4s for women suck. Okay.
But what would you call that? Like,
look, rose, crack.
No, not the color.
Greek.
Like the design. What is that? Like, it's supposed to look like marble or something?
Greek goddess. Like, I don't know. That's what it looks like. Roman structure. But the Galaxy Pack was 2012. Kobe Galaxy 2012.
All right, whatever. Yeezy Boost 700 Salt.
No. It's amazing that you know what? If I was Adidas, I think I'd cancel the rest of any 700s and Wave Runners and stuff.
Why? They're going to sell out. We don't care about them, but they're going to sell out. And Adidas is going to make the money is the point. Their business. They're just trying to make money. They don't care about that.
Them salts suck.
It's just a white shoe. Yeah. Some nurses can wear those and stand all day because it has Boost.
Quality Control, though, Quality Conflict, they took the salts and they sold them as, they did the dye. So they did purple salts. They sold out of them, too.
That's kind of dope.
I'm telling you.
Is it not a regular shoe store? Or?
No, it's fire, bro. I'm telling you.
About them.
You got to follow them on Twitter and IG. Quality Conflict.
I think you already said I know you're asking him, but I think you already said the Couture ones come out this week. Let's see.
Slam Jam Blazers.
There's more stuff on here.
That's
about it.
Yeah, nothing about it.
I don't see Slam Jam Blazers on here. Air Max 2 Lights, the Hornet Home and Away come out. A shoe a lot of Adidas people seem to care about is the ZX 10,000, which was somebody gave it to Soulbox or someone in Europe got an exclusive to make it the first retro. I know you've seen people talking about this shoe.
Yeah, I mean, look, man, Adidas has the trashiest names for their sneakers ever. I mean, calling something a ZX 6000 or whatever is crazy. Like, how do you go from like the names are wild. We're gonna talk about that a little bit. So just before we get into some of the stuff, obviously you write for sneakerhistory.com. So talk to us a little bit about writing for sneakerhistory.com, how you got into that, how it got started, and about the website a little bit.
Yeah, well, it was started by Nick Engvall. You guys probably heard him on some of the Outside the Box podcast with Tiffany Beers and was it Jock Slade?
That's the one who works for ESPN now, or no? Am I confusing him with someone else?
No. He don't work for ESPN.
Oh, Nick DiPaolo works for ESPN. Never mind.
Yeah.
I always get those two people confused for some reason.
Yeah, so he started the website. It looks like about 2014. Oh, okay. Yeah, but no, man, I've been freaking big into shoes, man, since I was 5 years old, and I've just been looking to find my way into just get my way into the door of getting into maybe some companies or just some outlets. Because I mean that's the dream, to work in sneakers in the long run. And Nick was awesome enough to give me a shot to start writing this past November, and just kind of going from there, man. It's a great outlet because there's no ties to anybody. So we're able to give our honest opinion about things without having to worry about, somebody gonna be upset. Did we tick this person off? Blah blah blah. It's great because there's no strings attached.
I don't think I've ever seen anything written too harsh on the site.
Yeah, I don't think they're not beating anybody, but they're able to have their own opinion. I guess that's kind of what I try to do, is have my own opinion about stuff. Like, because you guys saw the article about the 11s, are they still cool? Or people still want these? Or, looking at you guys even kind of touched on it a bit. The Black History Month shoes are, we stick a kente cloth on everything.
Right.
Just being able to give an opinion. I'm not going out there bashing people, but it's just one of the ways, like, hey, here's a normal dude who works a 9 to 5 who buys shoes. That's kind of what I want to see.
Why write? Because, I mean, obviously this is the era of vlogging and podcasts popping up left and right. I feel like, that era and that desire to write had like kind of faded away, but I feel like I'm seeing like more and more people like get back into writing, articles about sneakers. Like, why go that route versus the vlogging or videos or anything like that?
That's a good point, man, because everything's gone to videos. Everyone's attention spans kind of, I want to see something visually. I don't want to read anything. But I feel like it's kind of differentiating myself because so many people do go straight to video. I almost feel like I can get more of an intelligent idea out about putting it on paper first and be able to proofread it and all this good stuff. So I may dabble in the video in the future, but I truly like writing.
Do you see a lot of traction from it, or is it more just for the love from it?
Yeah, actually, you know what? I do see a lot of traction. I don't just put it on, come see it on Instagram, blah, blah, blah. It is I actually use it through my LinkedIn profile, and that is where I get the most traction from. So when you put up posts, you can see the interactions with it, and I've been able to garner some pretty solid followers from, different brands, from the Nikes, Adidas, New Balance, from the writings. So I'm basically building a network from the writing. So that's the purpose of it right now. And yeah, I do love the writing itself.
So are you like freelance, or is it just more like a hobby? Like, how does that work? Because I only see like 3 writers on there, maybe 4.
Yeah, it's not a ton of us. This is I think a grand total of 4 of us.
Okay.
So this is, I feel like I'm almost in like a training center because Nick, there's another guy, Robbie, who's been with them for a while. They read what I write, help me critique it because they've been around for a little while, and it just helps me to put those thoughts together when it comes to the sneaker industry. Keep them interesting, keep new takes, and just basically just try to, hey, let's get it to another outlet. So I'll be ready for something else and something big in the long run. So
do you have to send what you write off to like Nick or somebody else, an editor or anybody?
Yeah. So those guys, Nick and Robbie, we'll send it off to them. They'll proofread it, make sure there's nothing like too messed up grammatically, and just go from there. But our ideas are ideas, and they put them out how we write them.
So let's say you wanted to like really go in on something, in the sneaker community. You want, I don't want to say bashing, but something that you really felt a certain way about. Would they make you change that or take it out?
No, because so my particular column that I write under the medial side it was meant to ask the questions that no one else would ask in those bigger outlets. So yeah, if I wanted to just, I guess, go in on something, I feel like as of now I'd be good to go.
Oh, okay. I always had this picture of like sites like that, especially by people who might have a little bit of pull or some type of input in the sneaker community. I always felt like, I'll say this. I always felt like there was a long period in time where I felt like our podcast was the only one really saying how we felt, because when we first came out and we were really saying how we felt on a lot of stuff, even to this day, just a few weeks ago, George said something about Timbs and foam posits, and people are still like bothered by it. And I always felt like, and you get that sense of like, you'll worry if like, man, like maybe we're a little too harsh on a certain things. But I always figured that, these other publications like Soul Collector, Sneaker News, all that, I felt like the stuff that the writers wrote was an agenda by somebody higher than them.
Yeah. Well, see, that's one of the reasons I actually started following you guys. So I had never really listened to podcasts until, probably about a year ago. And I stumbled upon you guys' podcast, man. And it was like, you guys were honest consumers, which is who everybody should be listening to. Right. You guys were one of the inspirations to like write the way I write. It's like, I'm not here to advertise for anybody. I'm here to give you an honest consumer's thought.
Which is good, because I haven't seen you write anything yet about the Kawhi Leonards yet. So
I won't be doing
that. Well, we're definitely gonna talk about it on here. So, that's dope then. So, it's good to know that they're still writing and stuff out there, the outlets that people can write and express how they feel. and give other people that sneaker content that they're looking for. So can you hear me?
Perfect. Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. So I guess we get right into topics and stuff. Actually, real quick, I wanted to ask, what you guys thought about just All-Star Weekend, just in general. Saturday, Sunday, not sneakers, nothing, just in general. All right. Dunk contest, the game, Mike. Did you watch it?
Dunk contest wasn't bad. Actually, it was more entertaining than it's been in a little while. I mean, I know they had some good ones like Aaron Gordon, but this one wasn't bad. I mean,
I thought it was
really one person in a dunk contest, but I mean, that's how it goes.
I definitely think the 3-point contest has surpassed the dunk contest. They need to have the dunk contest before the 3-point contest, and they have the 3-point contest last, because that is still, to me, exciting. The dunk contest, I feel like we all still sit down and watch it in anticipation of like something great, but it hasn't happened in a while. But I do forget that Gordon Levine dunk contest a couple years back or whenever, that one was great.
Oh yeah.
Like, I love that one. I went back and watched that on YouTube, and I was like, dude, this one is like a forgotten one. Like, no one – I'm watching, like, obviously TNT and all that All-Star Weekend. When they lead up to the week, all they want to talk about is Vince Carter still. Like, they still talk about that. And I went back and watched the Vince Carter dunk contest. It's kind of aged now. Like, the energy is still the same a little bit, but you're like, I've seen all these now. These are a little aged now.
The dunk contest was trash, but the best dunk that's ever happened in an All-Star game happened in the game. And that might be controversial, and I can't wait till the listeners say something about that. But that was by far, or the best alley-oop. You can call it whatever you want.
The best dunk ever, but
okay, fine. That's fine. We had Tracy McGrady and people throwing off the glass, catch to themselves in traffic.
Right.
I totally. When I seen that dunk, I haven't jumped out of my seat for a dunk in a long time. I almost fell off the bar stool when I saw that dunk.
The Steph Curry bounce to
oh yes,
Giannis.
You see, you already knew what I was talking about. I didn't have to say it.
Talk about it,
bruh. Because when he bounced the ball, it was like, oh, that's way too high. It's out of reach. And when he jumped in the air, the ball was up higher than him when he jumped, and he like waited there until the ball came back to him.
He bounced it over Durant, and the ball was so high. I watched the replay today. He bounced it over Durant, and Durant's 7 feet tall. Durant didn't even think about jumping. Like, that's how high the ball was. And when Greek Man jumped, it was still to the ceiling. I can't believe he got to that.
He brought the ball back down. Like, he waited for it, caught it, and then brought it back down.
I think the funniest part is it may have actually gone in the basket if he didn't catch it, because it looked like he brought it like straight.
It was
straight down.
I thought that was dope. I thought the game was dope. It doesn't get dope until the fourth quarter.
I was at the bar, so they didn't have the commentary on. So I'm sure it's better with the commentary for the All-Star, just because it's the All-Star game. Like during a regular game, I could care less about the commentary. But for an All-Star game where they just like hooting and hollering and they probably had guests come on there and everything. Yes, I know you hate Chris Webber.
Listening to Chris Webber talk.
We both hate Chris Webber, at least in terms of being an analyst. All right, he's not the worst. Reggie Miller's bad. They're all bad.
Oh, no. Okay. Chris Webber is the absolute worst. So they had, during the game, they were giving little headsets or earpieces to players, while they're on the bench to talk to them. They had an earpiece to Cat, for the Timberwolves. And he asked Cat a question about something, and then he said, yo, Cat, is there anything you want to say back to the Timberwolves fans? Anything you want to say? And I'm like, what does he need to say something bad? He made it seem like he just got traded. And I'm like, dude, he's going back to Minnesota Tuesday. Like, what are you talking about? But he was so hyped to ask that question. Like, what do you want to say back to the fans? I was like, dude, I can't handle Chris Webber. Dude. Chris Webber is awful, and he's always commentating on a game that I want to watch. Like, I could be all week like, yo, I can't wait to watch this Warriors-Spurs game. As soon as I turn it on, to hear Chris Webber's voice, I'm already turned off, though. That might be the only time I actually put the TV really, really low, though, 'cause I can't stand him. I like him, but I don't like his voice. And I liked him in Uncle Drew, which is a top 10 basketball movie of all time. So
I tried to watch it the other night. It was too late. I passed out, but I heard you say that. I was like, okay. I got to try to watch it.
It's a great movie. The movie is great. But what's funny about the All-Star Weekend is that, now, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't the Jordan signature model always release during, February or All-Star Weekend?
Yeah, the next performance model. So whatever the 33 should have released during All-Star, but they've gotten impatient.
Yeah, I feel like something was missing. Like I felt like during all the commercials and stuff, I was looking for like a new Jordan commercial or like a super dope commercial. I felt like there was just a lot of stuff missing sneaker wise. Like I felt like I was just on the edge for something. Obviously, when the LeBron Watch the Thrones drop, once that was over with, it was like, okay, well that's it. But I still was anticipating something else dropping at the same time. You just never know now with sneakers app.
Yeah, but I feel like Jordan missed a big opportunity for the brand itself. I mean, it was Jordan's hometown. It's always his birthday during All-Star.
Thank you.
Just went nuts out there. But we get a social status 6 with fur.
I was sitting there watching the game, and all they kept saying was, today is Michael Jordan's 56th birthday. I'm thinking to myself, dude, they're in North Carolina. This is Jordan's birthday. It's where he went to college, where he grew up. And this is it? We get a Harry 6, a old retro infrared 6. We get a Cactus Jack 33, right? I think the 33s came out.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right.
And then we get, I think that might have been it Jordan-wise. I mean, maybe like a...
You would see one, but it's only females. Well, I mean, I guess you can get the size big enough for males, but
that's
geared
right.
towards females that freeze. Whatever.
The chill blues, whatever.
Yeah.
And then the turbo ones. Like, I was just like, dude, Jordan Brand. And where was Jordan? I saw one picture of Jordan inside of Social Status, right? Where he was dressed like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
The slimmest pants he's ever worn his entire life, and they still wear parachutes.
Like, that was the only time you saw Jordan. He won there at Saturday. He wasn't at the game Sunday. I never saw him again. And I'm thinking to myself, bro, we're in North Carolina. The entire weekend was about Steph Curry. Like, you would have thought Steph Curry was Jordan, like he went back home, I was like, dude, that's crazy. I thought it was a super missed opportunity. Like, it could have...
Well, and then...
Say what?
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was saying that, Kemba Walker, Jordan athlete, first time All-Star starter, he gets a pair of red 10s with this terrible logo on the back. You could have done that man a little bit better. Showcase something new.
Dude, those are the 10s that, like, I think somebody else designed, like, a while ago. Like, they're, like, some limited ones or whatever. A 10, I forgot, but it was something that was designed a while ago, and they put the KW on the side, I think, for Kemba Walker. Yeah. But I'm just like, dude, like, y'all could have dropped some North Carolina colorway, something, a new, like a 4, something like in North Carolina colorways, like a Carolina PE, something, like nothing. It was just, we got a Cactus Jack, a Harry 6, a old 6.
Well, what are you talking about? Pretty much the whole weekend was a tribute to either the Hornets or Jordan.
To Jordan?
The green one that we copped is a faded UNC one. That was the whole point behind it.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
That's what that's supposed to be?
Yeah, that design is, there's lots of pictures of celebs wearing UNC ones back in the day, and the color's all faded.
It wasn't emphasized enough.
Okay. Well, it may not have been.
Why they put the words on the side?
Who knows? Why'd they put the words on the side on the gray one that just came out? I have no idea.
Because the gray one don't matter. If this has some type of meaning, these matter. Like, this entire weekend was garbage for Jordan Brand to me.
I can't answer all your questions. I'm just saying that shoe is supposed to be a faded. What's the shoe that's simple? Like favorite shoe is UNC one, right? The one he wore.
Love those.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a fade. Now I don't know if they got the colors right, but that's what it's supposed to be. I'm pretty sure. That's the story I heard.
Get that out of here.
But why call it turbo green? If it's a faded UNC, I understand the faded aspect and the age. That makes perfect sense.
Who knows?
Like, okay, I see what they're going with it, but turbo green, they killed with the color.
Like when people used to wear, when OGs came out, people used to wear ones into the ground. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, really, no one does that anymore with shoes except little kids. But so that's what they would. That supposedly is what the faded version looked like.
And a tribute to the Hornets, not really.
The Kobe Hornets came out.
I mean, the draft day Kobe's, and then Black Sheep. That's it.
And then the UNC, the women's one that came out, it's a UNC colored one.
That ain't. Come on.
The entire weekend was a tribute to Jordan. What are you talking about?
Not to me. I thought it wasn't enough. Come on. You're talking about Jordan Brand in North Carolina on Jordan's birthday. I didn't feel like it was enough to me. Like, it wasn't enough.
I understand what you're saying. Now, obviously, they're not going to make. You're not talking about them making like Nike basketball stuff in Jordan colors, right?
No, I mean I'm talking like a Jordan 4 in Carolina blue, or like a North Carolina college PE drop, or something like. This was the weekend.
But it wasn't. It wasn't.
This is the weekend where like when we're at home and we look on the computer and they show us like, yo, North Carolina's gonna be wearing these.
Yeah, but it wasn't. That's the thing, is it wasn't a college weekend. It was a pro weekend. So that's why it had. That's why I had to do with the Hornets. The Kobe Hornets came out as a retro.
Right, but nothing Jordan wise was. It was. You're telling me that
UNC blue UNC.
Okay,
women's.
fine. We're gonna say the patent leathers is.
I mean, people are paying $600 for those, so it's not like people don't care.
No. I didn't say nobody cared about it. I'm saying that fine. We'll go with the patent leather ones for women's as UNC colors, and then we'll go with these turbo greens as old USC colors. That was it. Then we got Travis Scott's. Then we got Harry's social status, and then we got old Jordan 6 retros. That was it that represented to me North Carolina, like anything like that. Now Hornets, it was only Hornets. Kobe Bryant, who wasn't nowhere in the building as well. Like I never saw Kobe Bryant one time. Kobe Bryant.
The social status has purple on it.
Like so they literally made Kobe Bryant a Kobe Bryant shoe. Like they made that come out this weekend for him being on the team literally for about 20 minutes before he got traded. Like I mean, it's like.
Well, they didn't make it now. They made it.
I know that.
Yes,
I'm
I thought
saying
it was 2012,
that.
But
I'm saying that, but it was like, that really wasn't like a desired, necessary thing. Now, I don't know the floral stuff, the floral foam posits. I don't know if that like flowers of. To me, I think I lost. Like, I feel like this entire theme should have been extremely North Carolina blue with a mix of Hornets with a little bit. The theme of All-Star Weekends. Like, I had no idea that they're still making city themes with the sneakers. So, like, I went back and looked, like, 2015 All-Star Game, all the Jordans and stuff came out, all represented New York City, the Kyries, the KDs, all represented New York in a way. And I didn't even know that. Like, the Statue of Liberty 10s. There was, like, Kyrie that represented, like, one of the buildings in New York. The Brooklyn Bridge was represented in a KD 10 or something. And then, like, New Orleans and stuff like that. Like, the whole theme of it, I felt, was whack. Like, it wasn't enough to me to represent Jordan Brand, North Carolina, him growing up. Like, is Laney in North Carolina?
But, I mean, he didn't grow up his entire life there. He's from Brooklyn.
He's born in Brooklyn, but his important years are North Carolina.
Yeah,
is Laney in North Carolina? The high school?
Yeah, of course.
Can I get a Laney? Can I get a something? This should have been... I hate having to think of the ideas for
Jordan. To be fair, they gave you a 5 like a week before.
They didn't. You know what they should have? They probably should have saved that 5 for this weekend.
So that would have made you feel better.
No, but it would have made sense. Bruh. You don't pay attention to stuff like that. I get in depth.
No, you pay attention to it because he just told you Elaney just came out, UNC shoes came out, and Charlotte Hornets shoes came out.
Mike just said Jordan Brand missed a big opportunity here as well.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's just about. I think they could have released better shoes. Like I understand they got the story.
That's a different art. Yes, I agree with you there.
Good.
Go ahead.
I was just saying, like, yeah, I know. I mean, yeah, they had a couple of shoes like the, UNC Charlotte come out. I feel like it's more of a missed opportunity for something new. Like Greg said, like they used to release the new numbered model during All-Star. Yeah. We got nothing new. And if you tell me like the Adapt BB was the premier shoe All-Star, I think it'd be crap because it's not a shoe widely. Well, I use widely as a very cautiously, but it wasn't widely available to all people. Like at least most people have a chance to get on LeBron, a Kyrie, a Jordan, so on and so forth. And there was nothing new that was out there. It was just, hey, let me give you this colorway, and we'll see you guys next year. And
I actually forgot about the Adapt coming out because the Adapt shoe definitely looked like it was like the star of the weekend. I mean, everywhere, everybody's social media, everybody's IG story, everybody was trying that on. I didn't see, like, there were other years of, like, where people were dying to get other things. It just wasn't, to me, I feel like it was a missed opportunity. Like, you got, and why, I don't understand representing the Hornets so hard. Like, I get it, but then I don't get it. Like, what was the whole reasoning behind representing the Charlotte Hornets so hard?
Wasn't it their All-Star game?
I mean, technically, yes, it's Charlotte's All-Star game, but when they had it in New Orleans,
He owns the team.
When they had it in New Orleans, it wasn't about the Pelicans. Like when they had it in wherever, like it wasn't.
Yeah, but the owner is not the greatest shoe icon in history of shoes.
Look, I don't even feel like it was that Hornets.
Like, who's the owner of the Pelicans? Or who's the owner of
them? Putting that little bit of purple on social statuses didn't look to me like, oh, this represents the Hornets.
Of course not.
You said that.
Well, of course not. But what else would it be? I mean, that's got to be what it is.
To me, I thought sneaker wise, this entire weekend was whack, whack to me. It just was. There wasn't nothing that stood out. Where was Adidas? Do you see what Adidas dropped All-Star wise?
I don't.
Lord have mercy. Adidas is in a downward spiral.
I think Yeah, I don't know. I don't care as much in terms of like you must have really went in depth about caring about this stuff.
I do because I have a sneaker podcast.
The Turbo Green one to me is dope. Now it doesn't mean I'm gonna wear it.
Fire.
Okay.
Fire.
Yeah.
But that's not a combination of like an All-Star weekend. Like, no, I'm just saying. I'm talking about the magnitude of like the weekend itself. You're talking about North Carolina, Jordan himself, his birthday. We're talking about like a lot of like variables.
But you're saying like one additional shoe would have made it the weekend for you.
I didn't say one.
You said if they released a Jordan 4, that would have done
no. I'm saying like that was an example of something North Carolina, like anything like. I feel like anything like really to represent is high school, but like a different model. A Laney 4, a Laney 3, like something completely different. Nothing. It was nothing that like,
I don't think anyone would care about.
Well, it's like, you smoking sticks.
Over to a 1?
You think a Laney, a patent? Bro, come on, bro.
They've already done Laney 1. Now, if you want to retro the Laney 1 that weekend, totally for it. Totally for it.
Cool. That would have been cool too.
I'm totally for it. But you talking about now. I think maybe social status's shoe is really what's bothering you here.
All of them.
Now, maybe they should have gotten a 4 or a 3 or something like that instead of a 6. And definitely shouldn't have put, what's his name, Marty Jones? What's the horse that won Triple Crown? They shouldn't have used this horse.
Seabiscuit.
They shouldn't have used Seabiscuit's mane for the shoe. But I get it. But it's
not that.
It's not that big of a deal to me.
All right. Well. It is to me. All right.
But you can't even say why.
Mike is a professional writer, and he agrees.
I think it's what it is. Greg is doing the cohesion. So we're going back talking about the Big Bang Pack from 2012. There was a cohesion there. Every shoe had to do with the theme of Orlando and Nassau and junk. There was no story to be told. I guess that's what I feel. I know, Greg, you feel the same way. There was no event.
You absolutely right, but guess what? That's when Nike basketball was relevant. Nike basketball is not relevant anymore. So now you're relying on Jordan Brand to do what Nike basketball did. Jordan Brand wasn't doing that before.
Okay, first of all, let's revisit the topic that you just brought up, Nike basketball. We love to talk about Nike basketball not being relevant, but Nike basketball is still relevant on big events like this. The Kyrie sold out. The What the Throne sold out. The Jordan 1 sold out. The Jordan 1 sold out. The Foam Posite sold out. The Air Force 1 sold out. Everything sold out. So when
you only make 5,000 pairs or whatever number they made, of course it's going to sell out.
If they would have made 10,000
joints sold on one site, period. That's it. 2 sites.
That's cool, but that's still Nike basketball. So it's not like we're like, we don't want LeBron. We don't want nothing. If they would have released 20,000 pairs of What the Throne, they would have sold out. 20,000 pairs of whatever. Only thing that didn't sell out.
Kyrie didn't. Which one Kyrie are you talking about? The Rocket Kyrie didn't sell out?
There were 2. There was 11 and a half and 12 left. That was it. When I looked on there. The KD.
I'm not talking about sneakers doesn't count because people that live in like Wyoming, that's their only way to get shoes. I'm talking about like when you see like a million different sites and a million different stores and things are sitting.
That's what I gauge. I gauge it off.
If something is retail or slightly above retail on StockX or GOAT, that means it's still sitting everywhere. If it's way over retail, that's how you can tell when something has sold out. That's how you should gauge it.
I feel like All-Star Weekend, sneaker-wise, wasn't special like other weekends. That's how I'll put it. To me. All right.
Now I will. Now, if you made this argument, they did a sneakers pop up in Atlanta for the Super Bowl, and they released better stuff than they did for the All-Star game. If you said that
was crazy
then I
looking.
would have said, "Oh, you absolutely right." And that makes no sense why the NFL is getting better than the All-Star game. But you didn't say that.
I was thinking it though.
Oh, okay.
I was.
All right.
I was thinking, why didn't Off-White North Carolina's come out this weekend? Restock, come out, drop, pop-up shop.
I thought you meant like a new Off-White
gee.
shoe, and I was about to say, cause I'm about to ready to slap Off-White off everybody. That's why. But yeah, if they would have restocked that, I wouldn't have been mad about that. They should have held them for that. Was the All-Star game known for Charlotte back when that shoe came out? They should have just saved it for that.
Mike,
Yeah.
I'm asking your professional opinion as a writer for sneakerhistory.com. Where,
what you got?
where is Adidas at?
I thought you were asking the other question. Huh?
I'll ask him another question later.
Oh no, I'm gonna ask the question because I'm the only one who can phrase it correctly.
You got a true crime today too?
We didn't do that last week, so it's been a while.
Do you have
It's
one
been
now?
a while
I'm gonna need you to
since
find
I've
one.
been.
I'm gonna need you to find a true crime too.
Every time someone sends me one, it's Florida. It's too obvious.
No, every time they send you one, they send it to me
Florida
too. I'm like, yo, why'd you send it to me? All right, so
I think Andy Green sent me one. Let
like
me
I
see.
said, Mike, where's Adidas at?
I don't know, man. And you know it's crazy. I actually love Adidas, but they're nowhere to be found.
Nowhere.
And it's just crazy. So I had a pair of the recent, like the Harden Volume 3s, and I had to take them back. They're built bad. Like the ankle collar on the back, tear my ankle up. Like it just eats at it because it's so tall and just out of place.
I saw the pairs that they released for their All-Star weekend. Now, they had a theme, which was like racing, I guess. And it had the Lillard. It had that new basketball boost model they have. And then it had the
Yeah.
Harden. Some of the worst shoes I've ever seen in my entire life.
Not
Did
to,
they release or are they just PEs?
Oh, I don't know. I went to go look for them to buy. If they're not even releasing anything, they're only giving them PE. So they didn't release anything?
I don't think
Come
so. I'm looking
on,
right
man.
now because I was looking at, I think it was ESPN. They were going through the sneakers everybody be wearing or releasing through All Star, and they didn't even have anything on a pedestal for Adidas. They said that Dame and Harden would be wearing these Adidas PEs. They flashed the picture on the screen. Cut to LeBron, watch the Thrones.
That's a missed opportunity for Adidas because you know what? If Adidas really wanted to take over All-Star Weekend, they could have because Jordan Brand didn't take it over to me. All right. I mean, they took it over like face-wise and Nike obviously being everywhere. But still, like Adidas could have really came with it this weekend in North Carolina and like flexed a little bit on them. Like, but they've lost their path. I don't know what's up with them. I went on Adidas website. I couldn't even believe how whack the stuff was. Like,
Yeah, it's rough right now, man. I
It
do
is.
like the new Ultra Boost. I'll say that. I mean, maybe I'm just happy for a change, but I think it's a pretty solid shoe.
Did you buy
when
it?
they actually bought? No, I can't find one. Every time I tried to buy the first one, sold out. This next pair coming out this week, I think, is going to be limited as well. They're trying to do that same formula. Looks like it did with the Ultra Boost 1.0s, where it was pretty much an active god to get your hands on. So I don't know. We'll see. They'll eventually be sitting on shelves.
you guys have a writer for your site who does wear tester stuff?
No, we actually don't.
I was curious. You made me think about the Ultra Boost in terms of like whether you guys are getting seeded pairs to do wear test stuff or whatever. I'm sure Nick gets seeded just from being who he is, but personal stuff.
Say what?
I don't know. I said I wish. Y'all told me I just needed some shoes.
So I wanted to ask you too, because like I said, I went to the site today and I didn't see anything on the Kawhis yet. Okay.
Wait, hold on. Before you change that subject, I just bring up something. You guys are talking about Adidas, and then earlier you had asked him about Puma because he said he bought that Puma shoe.
Yeah.
Did you notice that Puma already, like, kind of had not scrapped that shoe, but like they already came out with the next basketball shoe.
Oh, yeah.
Like that one that he bought was hated so badly by the NBA players that they put something in the market that fast that's then supposed to replace that.
Now,
Well, you know
And they
what?
wore it in the All-Star weekend, I'm pretty sure.
yeah, they did.
Well, I feel like the Clyde was like, hey, we're not done with this other one, so let's give them something while they wait. Because, I mean, this is the Clyde is a 40, 50, 60-year-old basketball shoe.
Right.
They needed something to hold everybody over while they announced themselves in the NBA so quick, or in basketball so quickly. And then they cut a deal with, I want to say WNBA.
Oh, that's right.
Like a big deal with them.
A lot of them wear it.
Which one?
Yeah, so they're wearing it. They're wearing the Court Clyde right now, but I'm sure they're going to switch over to these new ones. Saw them in person. I mean, they're not a bad shoe.
I just thought it was funny when I saw the promo on Twitter and whatever else. I was like, man, y'all made a new shoe already to replace that, and Ayton was wearing it.
See, I don't know if you could say that to replace it. I mean,
it has to be.
Oh, I don't know,
bruh. DeAndre Ayton was signed to Puma and wasn't even wearing that shoe in the preseason. He was wearing Nikes. He was wearing like Kobe's with the Nike with the swoosh painted out.
So, didn't you write Mike about Puma?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Has that changed? Yeah. That opinion changed?
No, honestly, man, I feel like Puma, they're not going to be like they're not going to be that, you know how Adidas was that huge flash in the pan a couple of years back when the Ultra Boost first released, when they first signed Yeezy. I don't see them doing that. I think it's going to be a slow game for them to try to get to number 2. Because, I mean, Adidas ain't doing anything to make anyone jump out of their seats and go buy anything right now. So Puma has the perfect space. They've cornered the best and most powerful market, which females. Like, they started Fenty, they signed with the WNBA. I mean, you think about it, I mean, my wife, probably the most powerful consumer you know.
And see, I was really in the mindset of Puma doing that Adidas run, having that exact same impact Adidas did. And I feel like it's slowly fading away. Like, that new model basketball one, it's not good enough. It's not a
high school basketball shoe in my opinion. I don't know why, but I see high school teams wearing that one.
It's not good enough in terms of, like, if it was $89, okay, cool. But it's like half purple, half teal, half black. Like, it's tacky.
What shoe are you talking about?
But you know the story behind it.
Oh.
What's the story behind it?
It looks better than the other one to me.
The story behind it is it's a tribute to the Charlotte teams. So if you see the teal and blue, that was the Charlotte Hornets. The blue and black is a tribute to the Bobcats.
Oh, God.
So that was purely all-star colorway, and yeah. So that's what you got. I didn't say it was great.
First of all, I've seen the shoe many times on social media, everywhere. I've never heard that, what you just said right now, 1. 2, what's up with why does it didn't have to be that. Like, I had said with Jay about the Black Sheep Nike SB Dunk. You know what would have been dope if somebody did like the actual colors of a Hornet. Like, it didn't have to be what if we actually did a black and yellow of an actual Hornet, like, or a different. There's like multiple kind of Hornet. I don't know. I was just really turned off by like I feel like if you're gonna go Hornets, you got to go all out. Plummet Lakes, LeBron, 8, 9? Now those would have dropped this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, man. Yeah. It would have been absolutely perfect for those. All right. Any other ones? Okay, cool. If they would have retro, if they would have retro like Plummet Lakes, the Kobe draft.
Yeah, but that shoe doesn't have anything to do with the state of North Carolina, though.
It doesn't matter the colors.
It does matter. The reason the Kobe one makes sense is because the team drafted him.
Yeah, but like I think wasn't it like the Plummet Lake Hornets? Like, it wasn't actually I know that, but still. It was.
Yeah, but they won.
Look, I know it wasn't North Carolina, but
Ohio,
still,
fam.
I know that, but still, everyone knows whatever team in Ohio he played for, they're getting those colors and the mask from North Carolina. We all know it. Still, it's just, I don't know. I was very disappointed in it. Now, I want to ask you too. Like I said, I went to the website, didn't see anything about Kawhi yet. George, I'm gonna ask Mike first. Did you see the Kawhi, George?
Yep.
Okay. Mike, what do you think about the Kawhi Leonard? Because I have a lot to say about it.
Man, okay. So this is weird because it's one thing I don't think is like a dumpster fire, but it doesn't do anything for me. It looks just like a team shoe you find at a big box sporting goods store. That's all I see.
I definitely look at George. What'd you think?
She was trash. She was so trash.
Yeah.
Anything else? Nothing? Why was it trash?
That's pretty straight to the point there.
I need some more.
Trash can.
Wow, you didn't like it? Something. Before I start talking.
Yeah, go ahead. What do you want?
Oh, you want me to start talking?
The shoes. Listen, when I was in high school, I had some New Balance hoop shoes, and they were actually like aesthetically pleasing and very comfortable. So what? They had people at one point who worked for the company who knew how to design. Now the people are gone, or I mean,
my question is this: you got the most weird, boring dude in the NBA. The most basic shoe on earth. They ain't gonna sell. Like, you have no one prolific. Yes, he can score. He's a great player, but he burned half of his fans when he left San Antonio. So he ain't gonna be in Toronto next year. Unless they win a championship, he's going out west to go home.
Is that 2 for his number?
Yeah, that's his jersey number. KL2. Kawhi Leonard 2.
You got people already thinking it's like the second Kawhi Leonard shoe. It's the Kawhi Leonard 2. Like, what are y'all doing?
Dude, are you guys done before I
I got nothing else on it.
Let me explain something to you. All right, let me explain. When you okay. Let's the marketing, the video for it. Okay, the video had absolutely no words in the video. Okay, I get what they were trying to do. It was like, you know, he doesn't need to take selfies. He doesn't need to do this. He doesn't need to say that. He doesn't need to do this. All this other stuff. Okay, fine. You know what would have been funny is, like, you know what would have been like cool if he actually said the stuff that they're saying he doesn't need to do. You know what would be like great if Kawhi Leonard would have stood there and talked and said, I don't need to please you. You can have your memes. You can make fun of me. If Kawhi would have voiced that himself, I would have been like, ooh, okay, that's one. It would have brought me in. Let me explain.
Bruh, they put that strap on there, and the designer probably was like, oh, that's fire! He probably did the Birdman hammer with that strap.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, okay? When you reopen up a division that you had closed, I'm talking about you no longer made basketball shoes anymore. When you reopen a division like that back in your company, you say, you know what? We have the opportunity to get a player that's a future Hall of Famer, who is phenomenal, who is a perennial all-star every year, who is great. Let's open up. Let's turn on that, put the coal in the thing and open this factory back up. Okay, let's get this basketball going. And this is what you give me? This shoe is so whack, it's not even funny. This might be the first time I ever seen a shoe with someone's full name on the back. It joint said Kawhi Leonard.
That's not from the shoe.
What is that from?
That's fake, man.
Oh, that was fake?
Yes.
Oh, dear God.
That's not real.
Never mind.
I thought that was real, too.
I thought that was real. Oh, so that's not real.
No.
Okay, I take that back then. But the shoe itself is garbage. You know what? If I said George, if I said Mike,
that's the back right there.
If I said George, I seen that too. I don't know about that.
Now, supposedly, I mean, obviously, there's a white pair, so maybe that's from the white.
Multiple colors.
Thank you. I'm just saying,
if I said
maybe
George,
that's from the white pair, but I doubt it.
If I said George, Mike, what is New Balances like? Why do we buy New Balances? Like, what do we buy? Extreme quality and extremely fire materials. I'm talking, that's why we buy New Balance. I'm sorry. New Balance's bread and butters are 575 through 999s. I think I would have approached this basketball shoe with starting with one of those models, a 997, a 999, and work my way up from that. And I would have used the same materials that we use. Like, you gotta give them fire suede. You gotta give them leather. Nobody is looking for some type of knit from New Balance. We're not looking for that.
Oh, you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Maybe that is a real shoe. Maybe that's a real shoe, but it's different or something.
Like, I'm looking for.
Apparently, they let fans vote on which one they thought was the best one.
I'm looking for fire materials. I'm looking for dope colors, because you know what? If he ain't gonna say nothing, the sneaker needs to say something to the public. This was the opportunity. Right. And now New Balance might have done this. New Balance Hoops might have done this. They might have actually consulted with some people to ask what they thought or what they think or what they should do. I don't believe it, so I'm going to assume that they didn't. But I am sick of, like, if you're going to sit there and tell us you're going to reintroduce yourself with one of our best players of our generation, you better come out with a bang. Like you said, Mike, he's already a weird person, okay? So it's like, you know what? If he's not going to promote himself and do everything that we need him to do as a sneaker company, we're going to make sure that we do it for him. Like, he can be great and the sneaker be so fire that, like, we can buy it. Giannis, Antetokounmpo, we like him. We like him. We like him so much. I would consider buying his shoe because I just like him. Kawhi Leonard isn't a personality enough to make me ever want to buy anything. When I see Kawhi walk around, pictures, Dodgers games, whatever, he seems to like dress pretty decent. I don't understand why these are so trash. These are one of the worst looking sneakers I have ever seen. To reintroduce yourself to a group of individuals that you haven't been a part of in a long time.
Listen.
Hold on. And the fact that they built it off a James Worthy ad. Like, this was like something with James Worthy and basketball. I was like, what are y'all talking about? Who cares about James Worthy with New Balance back in the day? This is an opportunity to re-energize something new, and you give us this boring shoe and this boring person. And they call it the Omni One. You know what they should have called it? This would have been tight. If they called the shoe the Last Laugh, that would have been funny. All right. No, huh?
You can't call a shoe Last Laugh.
You can call the shoe the Last Laugh. All right.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
Well, I got a question for you.
Yes.
So, shoe, it's gonna sit on shelves. But I want you guys' opinion on something. If New Balance is such a, like, built on quality, do you think that for the All-Star game or for the initial release, make it a collaboration with, one of the two people known for doing pretty nice New Balance collabs, Dion over at Concepts or Ronnie over at Kith? Do something, make it look pretty, get people to buy it.
I don't like Ronnie Fieg, so I'm biased.
Okay, you like Ronnie Fieg shoes and you like Kith
but you know
clothing.
What I'm going with it, like get somebody known for making like a nice, like something popular, like from a New Balance. Get some traction for it.
I don't like Ronnie Fieg, and it has clouded my judgment with some of the designs at Kith. Yes, the stuff that's in the vault is fire and will stay fire forever. When was the last time they made something you jumped out of your seat for?
I mean,
can you remember?
Seven Toe 2.0s. I don't know what.
How many years
That's
ago?
That's been a while back, yeah.
Volcanoes, 3 point. I mean, July 3s. Like, look.
3 years ago?
The joints I got, the Macanos.
It's 4 years ago? 3 years ago?
You asked me, I can't think of anything recently, all right?
Because, exactly. There's your answer.
Yeah,
no, because the thing is that they started really focusing super hard. That LeBron basketball period last year, or the year before, that was nonsense, all right? They got into basketball nonsense, whatever. His focus now seems to be closed.
You don't say no to Nike and LeBron.
Of course you don't. But Mike made a good point. You know what they should have did? They should have got one of these people and designed just a 997, a 999 casual shoe that like somehow Raptor colors, Kawhi, just a casual joint. They're not gonna do nothing for the basketball shoe. Like if they're not gonna use them, their bread and butter, the suede, the materials and all that. They're not gonna use any of that.
Listen,
if they're not gonna use any of that, I don't want the shoe. All right.
Number one,
the shoe sucks.
Number one, you should have never expected something fire.
No, duh.
You should have.
I didn't.
Oh no.
No. You said you did. You said earlier what we got.
I didn't expect it.
Yeah, you said something about like what we ended up with is not what I expected. You said something like that.
No,
a little while
said
ago.
If you're gonna reintroduce and open your factory back up, this is what you give us. Like you don't open up an entire branch that you closed down for decades.
You said something about expectations earlier. Bottom line is nobody should have ever expected fire. Expect like something aesthetically pleasing or okay or whatever or not trash.
Yeah.
Sure, why not? But fire, no. How many players do we know where the first shoe they made for that player was fire? One, Michael Jordan. I mean, and how many years did it take that to be the case?
That took about almost 20
LeBron
years.
won, I guess. Kobe won, no. I mean, I guess people like it now. They didn't like it back then.
Adidas or Nike?
Adidas Kobe doesn't matter, okay? Nike Kobe.
Adidas first Kobe was better than first Kobe. Nike. It was.
I'm sure a lot of people would disagree with you on that, but I don't.
Top 10 2000s are better than Pronto ones.
Okay, they're not Pronto.
Whatever it's called. Proto, whatever it's called.
Well, it's not Protro either. Protro is just a new thing.
Whatever. All right. Kobe won.
Okay. Again, no one should have expected it to be fire because very few shoes, when someone comes out with their first shoe, KD won. I don't think anybody can remember what it looks like. You know what I mean? Like, people just don't remember.
I do.
PG won. No one cared.
Oh, it's fire.
Fire is a strong word.
It was super dope.
It was better than expected. Super dope and fire. You're going way overboard here. Kyrie won.
Kyrie ones were pretty nice.
They're all right.
All right.
Kyrie 1 is okay. It's not special. Since Kyrie 1 has come out, all the other numbers except 4 are better. Kyrie 4s are trash. I don't understand why you like them so much when all they did was take the 3 and put bigger teeth on it. It makes no sense to me. Anyways, the point that about the what's his name? Kawhi Leonard shoe that I was getting to is the division you want stuff from is a different division of the company. So you're going to have to take the designers from that division and put them in basketball if you want something like that.
I know that.
So,
like, I'm saying that they didn't dot their I's and cross their T's. They said, open the factory, get to work. They didn't draw nothing. They didn't put blueprints down. They didn't say, yo, we're known for this. We're known for this. We're known for this. How do we mash this up to make this for him? This man doesn't talk. He has zero personality.
Yes. And
he
what
makes
I'm saying
no facial
is,
expressions. How can we
you
make
shouldn't have
this
expected
fly?
that is the point that I'm making. I don't know why you did expect that.
You know, maybe I did expect it. Maybe I did.
Yeah, I don't know why. That's what I'm saying.
And you know what? In Puma basketball is they keep coming out with random rear releases, half Hornet, half Bobcats and nonsense like because the shoe is whack. All right, the second basketball shoe is whack. All right.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be on the same path. Like they're not talking to somebody. You gotta talk to somebody if you're gonna reopen up an area that you don't do anymore. Like, I'm sorry, if I started a brand and I know somebody personally who already does it, I'm gonna go talk to them. I'm gonna say, hey, look, guys, we just getting our basketball started back up. What should we do? Well, you know what? You guys are known for your suede, your materials, your fibers, your quality. We want the exact same thing when it comes to a basketball shoe.
Clearly, there's a lot of things in the business that don't make any sense to us.
You're right, but I hate having to be the one to tell them every single week.
Well, we're not the one telling them because they probably don't listen to us.
Oh no, they listen to us. All right, they just don't want to listen to us.
Well,
who else is signed right now with New Balance? Is it just Kawhi?
I don't know if
Is it just him?
Kawhi's their only basketball player, and I think like the redhead dude on the Spurs.
Listen, Tinker's equivalent at New Balance doesn't know who the sneak diss is because Tinker's equivalent in New Balance is probably 900 years old and white. So they're designing shoes for old white men. All right.
Okay. First of all, yes and no. The old white man shoes that they're designing are still some of the most high quality ever. I remember those gray New Balances would be in East Bay Magazine for like $258.
It's not lifestyle.
No. Wait, what's not lifestyle? The basketball or the old shoes?
No, the shoe the shoe that you're talking about. It's not a lifestyle shoe, and they don't have it. They're not attempting to make it for a sneakerhead. Okay, they're attempting to make it for a 900-year-old white man who needs to walk around the mall all day.
That's cool. All right,
it's not cool. That's the wrong word.
There are plenty of other examples besides that shoe that New Balance has come out with over the years. Yeah. To me, you know what I did? If I'm a designer, if I worked at New Balance, I would say, let's take our 999.
That's probably not their design team.
Build up. Okay, I get it, but you're on the same building. You know you got to talk.
No, what I'm saying is that's Dion or Ronnie Feig or whatever making that.
What are you talking about? Wait, they designed the 997? I'm talking about the model of a shoe.
That probably was designed 30 years ago. It's not like that just came out magically out of nowhere.
No dub. I'm saying how come they couldn't build their basketball shoe off one of their best models and figure out how to molded basketball-wise, look basketball-wise. They make it. He just bought a Puma Clyde, and 30 years later, in a basketball model. Yeah. I know New Balance could have done something.
And Puma didn't do a good job with that. They literally were like, "Oh, Flyknit is the craze. Let's put Flyknit on our Clyde Puma and make it high top." That's all they did.
Oh no, you're 100% right. But I'm saying they kind of had an idea and a direction they were going. This had no idea.
Puma also has Weekend and Rihanna and people signed to the company. Who did New Balance have?
Weekend came out with one boot. All right, that was it.
That's not the point. Okay. They had celebrity endorsers. What did New Balance have?
Say what, Mike?
No, Pumas, they're becoming more relevant because of like their social media campaigning and like you guys said, the people they signing. Kawhi is, crazy laugh guy. I don't know. He's not giving me. I'm not like, oh, I gotta go run and buy this Kawhi shoe. It's not happening. Like,
Kawhi Leonard is not even a more entertaining enough basketball player for me to want to go buy his shoe. Like he doesn't. He's great at basketball, but we know that there are things that can sell a sneaker that wouldn't. Steph Curry shooting threes from almost half court will make you go buy a Steph Curry shoe if you're in the market for a basketball shoe. Blake Griffin, when he would jump out the building, would make you consider buying a Blake Griffin shoe because he was jumping out the building.
Griffin in the All-Star game and said, "What is Blake Griffin doing in the All-Star game?"
He's really good. He's still good. He's in purgatory.
I mean, he might be, but
Drum brand curse. He's in purgatory. He's in Detroit. But that's the thing that I'm trying to say. There are specific things that players have that make you interested in what they're selling. The Westbrook, let's say this. The Westbrook basketball shoe, okay? I don't think I've seen anything on your guys' website about that yet. The Westbrook basketball shoe is a pretty decent looking model shoe. There's some certain areas where I'm like, I don't like that about it. But you know what they're doing? The colors, the packaging. Now, I don't really care about the packaging, the Super Soaker and the Game Boy and stuff like that. That to me is all novelty because if I, as a consumer, can get my hands, if I can't go wait in line at House of Hoops and get my hands on a Game Boy packaging of a Westbrook, then it's irrelevant. I don't care. I've seen people saying, yo, the Westbrook is killing it with the packaging. No, he's not. He's killing it for the packaging for himself and his friends. You're not killing something until us, the regular people, can get it. That's when you kill it. So the Westbrook model basketball shoe, he has personality. He's out here getting triple doubles. He dresses out of his mind. So he has something. New Balance literally is pinning themselves in a corner. Like they're like, crap, this guy, he won't even say nothing in his own commercial. This guy is absolutely boring. The shoe is boring. We opened up a division that we had no business doing, and now we're stuck. They are not going to be able to sign no other athletes unless they're throwing extreme bags at him. Their goal for him was to like really head this division and let's pull in some other athletes. That's not gonna happen. No. Puma, that's the best thing. That's the best thing Puma did was they just signed everybody before they even had a shoe out. They got Aiden, they got all the rookies. They went and got Bagley. They got a few other rookies. Then they got Cousins. They signed people with WNBA contract. They did stuff, and now it's like, fam, you better start putting this fire out here. New Balance, I could be wrong. I could be thinking of myself if I reopened the division, what I would do. But I would have thought they would have thought Kawhi was like, yes, he's our guy. We're going to revigorate this. We're going to get this back going. You don't think so?
I mean, it's not a basket.
See, you make it sound like New Balance was like, yo, y'all want to make a basketball shoe? Kawhi, you want to just come on? You want one? Okay, we got you. Like, you make it sound like they was like,
it's the most boring sneaker company with the most boring basketball player. It's a match made in heaven.
Oh, God. What makes boring sneaker company? You're talking literally about like the history of New Balance. You're not talking about.
When's the last time we saw a New Balance ad on TV?
When was the last time we saw anybody ad on? When was the last time we saw the Ultra Boost ad on TV? What are you talking about? When see nothing on TV?
Nike ads are on TV and Adidas ads are on TV all the time.
Yeah.
When do you see
an ad today?
You said what?
I saw an Ultra Boost ad on ESPN today.
You saw an Ultra Boost ad? What did it look like?
Yeah. It was just, really bright color, people running around. Yeah.
Wait a minute. That was not Adidas. That's Apple.
No. No, I promise you. Ultra Boost 2019 ad. Saw on ESPN watching the Jump today.
Us, the consumer, our age, us, the young, the fly, millennials, whatever we are in this group of whatever, we see a certain section of New Balance. We understand the history of old man, old sneaker, grandpa sneaker. We understand that. That's where that originated. They turned New Balance into fly. New Balances are fly, period.
Okay.
Kawhi Leonard isn't even 30 years old yet, I don't think.
New Balance is the most boring sneaker company ever to exist. Besides maybe Saucony. Them and Saucony, they go hold hands in the boring section at Barnes & Noble because that's where they live.
I don't know. I don't agree with that.
Who do they hit? Who's on their roster? What ads have you seen? What makes it fun?
No, you might be right, but I think that was the whole deal. It should have been the whole deal with Kawhi. Man, we got something going. We could get this. Like, we could be cool too. Like, You don't reopen your whole brand, a whole division that was closed just for kicks and giggles. Like, not to me. That's all I'm saying. I'm not gonna reopen my basketball. I would have been like, let's outweigh this.
Did you see a super expensive?
They made a video.
Campaign?
That video is all over social media. That whole thing about Kawhi, the silent. You don't gotta say nothing. You want to follow him? He's at the gym. He doesn't post selfies. He does this. He doesn't do that. He doesn't do that. He doesn't do this. Yeah. Whole campaign video. Video was okay, and it showed Kawhi at the end. It showed Kawhi on the end going like this. With his finger like a weirdo.
So they made one video.
But you know what they did? That was the teaser video. Yeah. That was a teaser video to make you like, ooh, it's coming. Then you see it come out and you're like, huh? You want to know how this is how you know
this episode. You're talking about how you expected the most boring company in history to be not boring. That's what you spent the last 30 minutes talking about.
Oh no, this is how you know they're inexperienced or something. They released all the colors are out. The red, white, blue, black, white, green. I've seen every single color that's coming out of the model already. That's how trash they are. And you know what other?
How much are they?
That's the question. If them joints are anywhere north of 110. That's it. I'm done. It's over. They had to drop it. Look, man, you can say whatever you want about New Balance, dude, but I expected a little bit more than that. All right.
It doesn't add up. You expected the most boring shoe company in history to be not boring all of a sudden. I don't.
All right.
There's a reason people said Kawhi was the perfect sign for them when he signed, because he's king boring and they're whatever corporation boring, whatever you want to call it.
Of course, but I think they might have had the mindset of like we've become a little bit cooler. Just because he's boring doesn't mean we can't figure out how to utilize.
You expected way more than I did. That's the bottom line here.
I expect way more out of a lot of stuff like you did. I expected more out of All-Star Weekend. I expected more out of New Balance, and I'm expecting more out of Puma. Their second basketball shoe should have been a lot better than that. Their first one, not a lot of people liked, but the first one is way better than the second one. You haven't been
happy with anyone this episode. You said Nike is trash, Jordan's trash, Puma's trash, New Balance trash, and Adidas trash. So who did something good?
I said Nike and Jordan Brand missed out on a crazy opportunity. To me, I said when your basketball shoe that's basically a cell phone app robot is the greatest, the king of the weekend, that's whack to me.
It's negative.
When you're in the state of a top college basketball team that the greatest basketball player of all time played at, and there's barely any hint of Jordan or North Carolina anywhere, that's a problem.
Negative.
To me. New Balance coming out with a teaser video that was like, this is kind of cool, and then coming out with that abomination, trash.
Negative.
Second iteration of Puma basketball.
What did people do right this week?
What did people do right this weekend? There's only one person that did something right this weekend.
No, the whole week since our last show. What did people do right?
There's only one person that did something right this whole week. Shout out to Josh for selling me those turbo greens at the Swagzilla. Shout out to him. I say the person that did something good this weekend. Everything else, garbage. Every single thing else is garbage. You got a true crime or something?
You got to control. Go ahead.
All right, George, gun to your head, man. What you picking? The New Balance Kawhi or a pair of Puma basketball shoes, man?
Which Puma shoe?
Either.
I would take
the original.
I would take the second Puma release over the Kawhi shoe.
Would you take the first Puma release over the Kawhi shoe?
The Clyde, no.
Oh my God! You think the New Balance is better than the Clyde? Oh God!
Where am I wearing this shoe to? Like I'm forced to wear it every day for the rest of my life?
No, man, it's like a week. You just gotta wear it for like a week.
No, I think I'm picking. I think just DeAndre Ayton going to Arizona and then signing with Puma, and that's the shoe they made him, just angered me so much that I can't get past that.
Why? Did you expect something more?
From Puma?
From a Puma basketball that didn't exist until then?
From Puma, yes. For them to just take...
Why? Why did you expect so much from Puma, but me expecting some of a New Balance is insane?
I didn't say so much. I said a better shoe. I didn't say spectacular campaign and shooting rockets off and marketing and advertising. I just said a better shoe. That's all I said. If they would have came out with this shoe, the second one, that was the first one, it would have been totally fine. No. It's just a basketball shoe.
The second one is not even nowhere near better than the first one. You never see the first one in person. You got to see it in person.
Yes, I have. What are you talking about? I've been to the mall 57 million times since that shoe came out.
Did you try it on, though?
Why would I try that shoe on?
Mike just said he tried it on, said it was ridiculous.
You got to try it on, man.
You got to try it on, man.
I'm sure it's super comfortable. It's a knit shoe. I'm sure it's 100% comfortable. The shoe looks like they took a brick from Alcatraz and glued knit to the top. That's what it looks like.
It's a Clyde model.
That's the best they could come up with.
Do you got a true crime anything yet?
And they didn't sign one basketball player. They signed 57 basketball players. So that's way worse than what New Balance did.
Yeah, but they also got a contract with the WNBA.
So what are you trying to say? That's a women's shoe? That's okay for women?
People rocking it.
No, right.
What'd you say, Mike?
Could rock these.
Oh no, I'm just saying. Hey, I mean, they're selling probably more than these Kawhi ones are gonna sell. So they're doing something kind of right.
Yeah, we're more interested in Aiden's than we are Kawhi, and Kawhi is a ridiculous, phenomenal player. And he's in Toronto. Like, you really gotta make me really care to even focus on what's happening in the rack.
Way better than the Clyde basketball shoe. I have no idea what you're talking about.
What's that? Hey, Mike, what's that the new Puma basketball shoe called?
Uproar.
I don't even know.
Uproar.
There you go.
Uproar.
Yeah.
Man, stop it.
I didn't even know the name of it. I just saw the pictures and I was listening to a review on it, and that's where I heard I listened to one of those wear tester reviews, and I heard the
what they say about it.
Colorway story. I was like, they're just. I mean, I think they're saying it just fits tight. The foam is the same thing as in the Clyde, so I mean, nothing different. A little bit lighter materials because it's not the Alcatraz brick that George is talking about.
I think they're awful. I don't think they're awful, but they look like stuff that's already released. They look like a brand black shoe. They look like a brand black shoe. They look like a clear weather shoe.
Campaign, fam.
They look like a few things.
Dressed up like an actual Puma, signing checks. Campaign, fam.
That's Puma.
Yeah.
All right. What's New Balance gonna do? They ain't got Kawhi out there dancing.
Well, they can't get a cat because their shoe's not called Puma.
Anyways, Mike, the question that I always want to ask people, I'm sure you know what it is.
I know.
And
he's gonna ask it wrong, by the way. And
fine, George.
Then I'll clarify.
Ask the question, then, George.
I read it, so I was like, okay, I know the question, and he's gonna hate my answer. So,
what's your answer, George? Ask the question.
Well, you are okay. So for the listeners, same question we've asked the last 57 million people have been on the show. Can you have a favorite shoe or make a top 10 list of favorite shoes that include shoes that you never owned?
I think you can. I think it's 100%.
So you basically have lost to everyone, Greg, on the at least on the show recently. No one who's come on the show has disagreed with me. No,
Los did.
I don't think so.
Yeah, he did. He kind of wavered, but he just.
I think I might listen to tape.
And why would you say that? You don't feel that you must have some type of connection with the shoe in order for it to be your favorite?
So you telling me that's really, better than the shoe I just showed you?
Someone made a connection about cars on your. I can't remember who it was, but someone made the connection of, oh, you see this car driving, that's my favorite car. Have you owned it? No, I've researched it. I love the way it looks.
But that's your favorite car.
Same thing can go with. No, but yeah, I mean, I have my favorite car is a Nissan GTR. Have I owned it? No, I don't have $100,000 to give to Nissan right now, but.
Yeah, but if you...
I feel like the same thing can happen with a shoe.
I don't know.
You can have favorite shoes you've owned, and favorite shoes that you want to own. That makes it sound better.
See, I don't even feel like...
This last Puma Clyde shoe is literally for Frankenstein.
Get over it.
That's literally...
Get over it, bro.
This is literally for Frankenstein. I don't even know. Is that even focusing?
Get over it, bro.
That's for Frankenstein.
Get over it. It's better designed than the other one. Just get over it. Now, to me, when you talk, see, it's hard to say cars. When you say cars, you can't have a favorite car until you know how it drives. To me, like I used to love Jeep Grand Cherokees.
Not all shoes are about how they fit, though.
Not about how they fit, but like materials, how they feel, some type of story, some kind of connection.
If you've been in a Flight Club or anywhere and picked a shoe up that you know is $30,000 and you're never gonna own. You still know what the materials feel like, what the shoe looks like.
I don't agree.
That's completely terrible analogy.
I used to love Jeep Grand Cherokees. Loved them. I drove it. I hate them now. Okay. I deter people from buying them now because they drive too rough. All right.
Update: Carl's Jr. is selling Fruit Loop donuts. In case you're curious,
Only you would care about that.
I saw it on Twitter.
Look, I respect your answer, but I highly disagree.
But wouldn't it? Okay, so if you never would have driven a Jeep, it would still be your favorite car, right?
I would still like the way it looks. It wouldn't be my favorite.
Oh, okay, but it's still one of those. It's not necessarily not gonna be your all-time favorite, but it's one of those. Hey, if I had somebody ask me right now to list my favorite cars,
you gotta say what you have to say what you own.
Man,
my favorite car of all time.
You should be signing New Balance because that's the most boring answer of all time.
That's a boring. If I was signing with New Balance, I would take New Balance to another level. All right.
If you were signing New Balance, you would tell everyone there they can only have a favorite shoe of what they own.
If I walked in New Balance, I would start laying people off. That's one. Two, I would start redesigning the office.
Another negative thing.
That's two. No, because
finally a positive thing.
If I walked in a New Balance, I would have one-on-one talks with everybody. Have a talk, see where their mindset's at.
Positive.
That's one. All right. Two, then I would bring over the people who design 997, 999, all those colorways. Bring them over here. Boom. Have a little chit chat. Get the whiteboard, get the pen, start drawing stuff on there, and collaborate. We would draw Kawhi. We'll draw Kawhi as a stick figure. We would say boring. Then we draw a shoe over here. We gotta say fire. And we gotta say, how do we make this fire and this boring? How do we combine them together?
But you already said you firing all the staff. So.
It depends on what they say to me. All right. If they say something boring, like with something you would say, then I say, oh yeah, you gotta go because you're too old. You're too old now. You gotta go.
Yes, that's something I would say.
All right, well, just giving you a heads up.
All right.
But to me, I believe that a favorite sneaker or something like that, I've had to have had it. Like I have to have a reason why it's my favorite. Like Jordan 6 is my favorite Jordan of all time because it was the very first Jordan I ever owned. That's one. It's the very first I owned it. One, two, the one he won a championship in. Like it means something to me. I love that shoe for that reason. If I had to pick another shoe from that, like if I had to pick other shoes, no
one said you can't have number one can't be something you own. That's perfectly fine.
Of course.
But you're saying the top 10
saying my favorite shoe of all time. My favorite shoe of all time is Undefeated 4s. Is like, okay, thank you. Like my favorite animal of all time is the dragon. Like my favorite animal of all time is a T-Rex. Like, that's what
I like how you changed dragon real quick because you realize dragon's a fake.
Like, we don't know about that.
I'm pretty sure we would have found skeleton by now.
See, now if I was say my favorite, if someone said, Greg, what's your favorite animal of all time? And I said, yo, a T-Rex, fam. You'd be like, man, shut up. You can't.
No, I wouldn't. I just would be like, well, okay, whatever. I mean, like, what are you talking about?
No, you wouldn't. You know for a fact, first of all, you're not even that type of person. If you said, yo, what's your favorite animal? And if I said a pterodactyl, you'd be like, man, if you don't get it.
If I ask you to make a top 10 of animals, different
story. If I made a top 10 of animals and 3 of them was a Stegosaurus, a T-Rex, and a pterodactyl, you'd be heated. That's a 100% fact.
To you.
You'd be
You love saying to you. Look at me.
If you ask somebody their favorite animal and they say a T-Rex, so they are weird. A T-Rex. Oh, man, that got me crying tears. Man, I can't think of anything else we're supposed to talk about. George, you got a true crime.
I have no idea. Oh, shite. By the way, how are those Continental 80s? Because I just seen this pop up.
Continental 80s. Oh, they're fire. I haven't worn them yet. I have no idea what they are.
I have to pick these up.
But I love Continental 80s. That's Adidas' best shoe right now. It's Continental 80s.
These are on sale at Admiral's Japan web store. Oh, wait.
What got you into sneakers? I didn't even ask you that. I really hate asking people that question, but what got you into sneakers?
Man, I guess being around them forever. My first pair of sneakers I remember that really got me in, which would be my favorite sneaker of all time, is actually back in '94. I got the Jordan 10 Stealths or Shadows. That was my first pair of sneakers ever when I was 5, and I just kind of kept asking for sneakers after that.
I actually read your article. I actually read what you wrote about Jordan 10s.
Yeah, I mean, I love the shoe. It's one of the shoes that gets no love because they treat it terribly every time it comes out.
You think so? Hello?
when I say treated terribly, I mean what? Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Hello.
Yeah, can you hear
Okay,
me?
there we go. No, I mean, yeah. Think of the last
that the one you got?
memorable Jordan 10 that's come out.
I thought shadows were cool. I thought double nickels were cool. I thought the Carolina Blues ones were cool. Like there are some few cool ones. They started getting a little weird when they came out with the Westbrook colorway, and then they made like the Maya Moore or Allie Mae tins or something like that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like that's when it got a little weird. I think to me tins are just a Jordan that just doesn't fit. I only like 2 pairs of tins, and that's it. And that's Shadows and North Carolinas. I like double nickels, Chicago's, whatever, but tins itself, like I think they're very overrated. Like I think 9s and 10s are like 2 pair that are like, if they never existed, people would be just fine.
I agree with the 9s. I got 1 pair of 9s, and those things are winter boots, man. Like they don't flex.
9s suck.
But no, man, I feel like 10s. I mean, 10s are literally the 11 prototype. They share so many characteristics, and they don't have a patent leather, of course. But I mean, when I feel like whenever they retro, they get the back room leather on them. They just feel like vinyl, except like the latest one that Hirachi Light version. That I guess the Tinker 10 that came out.
Tinker
actually
10.
Nice leather on it, but I don't want that colorway on a 10.
What was a Tinker 10? What color was that?
It looked like the Ultramarine Air Max Lights.
Ultramarine Air Max Whites. Let me see this. I'm about to look that up.
I think it was a Tinker 10. I know they were doing a bunch of different shoes that Tinker designed and throwing the colorways on Jordans like they did the Tinker.
Oh, yeah. I see what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I actually seen those in person, like on someone wearing them on a basketball court. They didn't look too bad, but they're just not – they just weren't necessary. Like they're just –
yeah, that's what they weren't necessary.
But I think everybody proved when the – okay, do you consider the ones City Packs, the Orlando ones? Do you consider that City Pack? Hello?
I was sitting there thinking, I guess I would. I mean, it was part of City Pack. It just they didn't release any other ones.
George said that I said that if anybody was really, people have been begging for the City Pack forever. Now, I think they took too long to drop anything similar to it. I think that would have sold out quick about 7 years ago.
Yeah.
But George says people only care about the Seattle colorway. I think that's what he said.
No, I didn't say that.
What
I
did you
think
say?
Seattle and Sacramento. Is that the purple one? Sacramento?
Yeah.
I think those
Black
are
and
the two
purple.
that people care about the most.
But there's the Nick colorway one. There's the Orlando one. Like, I feel like everyone was just talking nonsense. Like, nobody cares. If the Seattle ones came out, they'd be treated the exact same way.
Oh, you're saying I said that because that was the only one they didn't release of all of them?
Well, they haven't released the Knicks one yet, or the Sacramentos yet, or the Seattle. This only the Orlando.
Sacramento's came out a couple years ago, didn't they?
Not at all.
You sure about that?
100% positive. I think you're thinking of
I don't know
OVOs.
about that, fam.
OVO tens. Those suck.
Oh no, I know what he's thinking about. A couple years back, they did like another City Pack where they had the black NYCs with like, the gold bottoms. They look like OVOs.
Yeah,
I know exactly what he's talking about.
They did kind of
were
make something, but they weren't like the traditional City Pack or anything.
No, it was something. I don't know what the purpose was for, but yeah, it was some City Pack 2.0, whatever you want to call it.
Okay. I don't know. You mean you always you listen to when we do like true crime, right?
Yeah.
All right. George is gonna read a true crime. He has one this week.
Are you going to try to guess the
Okay.
city or the state?
I don't know. I'm giving Mike first picks.
I'm guessing state. I'm going guess state.
All
That's
right, he's
easier for
gonna
me.
guess state. So this is George Martin, aka at the Boost Knob, with True Crimes.
I was wondering if you're going to do that. All right.
So Mike is gonna get first pick.
And this is a real story for once. Instead of,
All right.
Yes,
well, no, I
it's
should say for
satire.
once. But this is also from Andy Green. He redeemed himself. He sent me a message and said, sorry for sending a fake story. He didn't realize it. But, all right, we got a new story. Man caught falsifying checks using a bong inside his parked car.
Wait,
He had
what?
acetone inside a bong and had the checks inside the bong in the acetone. And an officer walked up to his window and knocked on the window The man rolled his window down and got arrested.
Okay. Mike can go first.
Oh my god.
I can give you a little bit more information too if you want. This actually might help Greg.
What else you got?
All right, so let's see. The man was 21 years old. Where was the information I read earlier? Because I know that would help. Okay, so he had several pieces of mail on his lap and what appeared to be methamphetamine on the armrest.
What?
And he was.
What'd he say?
That's actually a pretty good guess.
What'd he say?
New Mexico.
Oh, that's a really good guess.
Yeah, that's a pretty good guess. It would have been way too obvious if that was the guess.
That's a pretty good guess.
And then when the officer walked up to the car, he also found a bong and it had a personal check submerged in the acetone. And he was parked in the parking lot of a Dollar Tree store or behind the Dollar Tree store.
So, Mike, you could go ahead and pick 3 states.
Okay. So New Mexico, California, and we'll go ahead and throw in Florida for good measure.
All right, I can't say if one of those is an L or, well, we know the New Mexico is not right because I said good guess. But anyways, So besides that, now Greg gets to pick before I say what the winner is.
I'm going to go Arizona, I'm going to go Texas, and I'm going to go Arizona, Texas, Louisiana. That's where I'm going to go. I'm going to stay on that golf. I'm going to stay around there.
All right.
Are any of us right?
Mike is correct.
Dang, it must have been.
Now, if I tell you what state it is, let's see if you can get the county right.
County? I don't know the counties of other states.
Bruh, if one of the meth counties of America.
Okay.
It's in California.
I don't know. What?
You don't know where you would associate meth with in California?
No.
What? Okay, then I'll just give you another hint. Where is your boy Kawhi from?
He's from outer space.
Kawhi is from Riverside.
I was gonna say like San Bernardino or something.
Close enough. Riverside County. How do you not know that Riverside County is associated with that kind of stuff?
With meth? I don't
Yes.
know. Really? I don't know. I don't think I'm not into the California plug like I used to be. I don't think I knew that. Riverside and meth?
Riverside County, yes, is one of the meth capitals of the United States of America.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Just crazy drugs in general, I mean.
Oh.
Good guess, though. Winner.
Well.
First time somebody has won since you got Florida right, I think.
No, I've gotten close. It took me a few guesses, but I got Alabama. You showed me that kid's shoulders.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But it took me a while to get that, but I was close.
Shoulders. Told you.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Man, we didn't even come up with a top 10.
Bar once.
Mike was supposed to come up with a top 10. He didn't do it.
That's all right.
Hey, man,
We still got almost a 2-hour show here. So,
Is there anything else you wanted to add or say or anything?
why don't you just ask him what his top 5 favorite shoes of all time are, and there's your top 5.
He probably wouldn't need to think about it, but we'll ask him. What is your top 5 favorite sneakers of all time? If you know
All right,
that.
give me a second. So, not in any particular order. I would say the Jordan 10 Shadow.
You've owned that, right?
Mhm.
You've owned that, right?
Yeah, I've owned that one.
Okay.
The Jordan 4 military blue.
You've owned that, right?
I own that. Jordan 3 black cement. I own it.
Mm-hmm.
The Jordan 1 Royal. Never owned it.
Black and Royal?
And then black and Royal, yeah.
Okay.
Never owned it. And last, man, I probably have to say the Salmon Toe Gel Light 3. Never owned it. Always wanted it though.
That's a weird list, bro. Joey got 4 Jordans on it and number 1 Salmon Toe.
He said in no order.
No particular order.
Yeah, but a Salmon Toe will usually be in your top 5. A Salmon Toe, it being your in that crowd would have at least a teammate in there. It's literally all Jordans and 1 ASIC Gel Light 3.
We don't got people putting like purple tapes and other crazy stuff that you like to put on lists, Greg. We got real lists around here, fam.
I put purple tapes on the list when I said collaborations for that year.
Bruh, you sitting there arguing for like what's them green joints that came out last year for 2018 shoe of the year? Nah,
What?
Diodoras or whatever. Yeah,
Come on, you're not gonna say those are
some of the wildest.
You know which ones he's talking about, right? Those green.
Which Diodoras?
They were like the Diodoras that I was really fighting for last year.
It doesn't even matter now.
Diodoras, like
you probably haven't thought about that shoe since that show.
I've been looking. I watch it on Goat.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't, fam.
I watch.
You might have it saved on there, but you don't even get Goat alerts. So
yes, I do. It was the Mighty Crown, Mita, 24 Pilates, Diodora.
Already too many names.
Respect over hates.
Yeah, I was like, that's a lot of names on there. Jeez.
Yeah, because
I'm trying to find it right now.
And you know what that is? A lot of names on that.
You be putting like
No. You know what that is? You know what a lot of
it's all right.
You know what a lot of names means? A lot of names means a lot of people got together and had a chit chat. New Balance, get together, have a chit chat. Come on, what's fire?
Kawhi too. You're putting on top 10.
Cats are sitting there in the comments on New Balance hoops like, fam, for sneaker of the year. Oh, you know what? That's what I ask you, Mike. Okay, Mike. So Sneaker News had already said.
Oh, I almost forgot.
Sneaker News had already said or asked, are Travis Scott ones sneaker of the year? Now, I have two questions for you. How do you feel about that shoe? 1, 2, and how do you feel about people writing stuff like that?
I mean, it's just one of those hot takes. I mean, any news source are going to say it to get some attention so you can look at it. So I don't really care if they say it. Now it's going to change by the end of the year. We know something else is going to come out. And about the shoe itself, I honestly could care less about it. It was just, in my mind, a marketing tool to get people to watch the Grammys. That's what Nike's doing. They make you watch the Super Bowl and they make you watch the Grammys. And who knows what the next event's going to be.
I got really now. I knew it was like a hot take. I knew that's what they were trying to do and get attention. But like, I feel like when you say stuff like that, when you're a platform as big as theirs, I mean, Sneaker News reaches thousands, maybe millions of people, through social media, the website, and whatever else. When you say stuff like that right now, I feel like that's one of like the many variables that drives the prices up on sneakers. Like you start making people think that they got, they struck gold. Like the sneaker itself is already high, but if you start really putting that narrative out there that this is sneaker of the year, then it's going to be unobtainable. Like at some point during the year, and it's like, okay, I get it if like by June they're super duper high. But, like, it's only February, man. Like, come on. When you start sitting there.
Too early. It's too early.
It's way too early to say stuff like that. Now, I do think the shoe is dope. But it is what it is. I just wanted to get your opinion on that because I was like, I thought that was nuts for somebody to say that. What were you about to say, George?
I was going to say, I don't know. You've talked to her on Instagram before, too. And then she sent me a message over the weekend or last week or whatever. I don't know if it's Ann or Anna. But you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So her cousins are actually from the same town I'm from. So she was telling me, like, I guess I was in when I was a senior, her cousin was a freshman. Grew up in the same town, so we were talking about crazy stuff over the weekend. Like, they thought they saw me at Ontario Mills Mall or something, and like talking about restaurants and whatnot. So shout out to her family from the same area I grew up in. So it was a dope conversation. Got to have her on the show at some point.
She won't come on. She was in town, won't come on.
Oh, all right. Well, there you go.
She was like, no, I don't know what I would say. I like her, though. She loves Rocio, though. I'm like, okay. Anyways, I got nothing else. So if there's anything else you want to ask us or anything you want to talk about, I think we might be good. Anything from you, Mike?
Man, I'm good.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Appreciate y'all having me on, man. I love the show. So.
We appreciate that, man. We appreciate you coming on. We appreciate you, talking through social media. I talk to you all the time, so I just appreciate, anybody who listens and wants to come on, We're trying to get more people on. I know people get tired of hearing just our voices every once in a while, so it's good to have like a fresh voice and a fresh opinion on the show, to talk about anything they want to discuss. So I guess that's it then, Mike. We appreciate you coming on, and I'll hit you up later then.
Sounds good, fellas. You have a good night.
Appreciate it, man.
You too. Take it easy.
See it.
Later.
You got anything else, George? Anything?
I got nothing.
God, man. We need to start doing these podcasts a lot, like, faster, bro.
What do you mean faster?
I don't know, man. We need to start getting here like 3:30, fam.
I don't know what that means.
Something, dude, because it is late here in
Listeners don't
Arizona.
know what we're talking about, though.
Bruh, you can hear it in my voice. You think that was good? You enjoy that conversation? Was good?
We're still on the show. You know that, right?
I know that.
Why are you asking me that while we're on the show?
What does it matter? Why can't we chit chat?
No, but why are you
Fam.
asking me that? Like the people can hear
It
that.
doesn't matter though. We talk about everything. We don't keep any secrets. Shout out to everybody I talk to. I appreciate everybody going. What's wrong with asking? Did you enjoy the show, man? I'm just getting your opinion, man. Man, bro.
I mean, do you want me to say to you what I normally say to you? The show was really good. You need to stop panicking about the show.
Okay, well, just making sure. I like to get affirmation.
What are you talking about?
I like to get affirmation. Anything else?
Nope.
Nothing else you want to add? Oh, I wanted to ask you, did you get robot shoes? BB Adapts.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I got those too and sold them.
So you didn't look at them? You try them on?
No, why would I'm try them on when I know I'm going to sell them.
Dang, man, I wanted to hear about them squeeze your foot or something.
All right, you need to chill out.
So you mean to tell me did you look at them, open the box?
Yeah, open the box, just make sure there was the right shoe and
Man,
right
you
size
didn't send
and
no
everything.
picture. You didn't do nothing. Did you
was-
raise the box up and all that?
It was not. It's not like it was like a fantastic experience.
Did you push the button on it?
No, I raised.
So
the
you didn't
box
see it do anything?
up. No, why? Why would I care?
God, how much you selling for?
I think I made $30 or something.
Oh my gosh, you should have kept those then, man.
Yes, I should have kept a $400 shoe.
Man, fam, I wanted to know what they do. I wanted to see. I want you to send a video going zzz.
You want to know how the shoe's mouth work?
Okay. All right. Well, I got nothing else. Let me check my notes.
Someone calling you?
I know
What's
we
that
got
play
notes.
button?
I don't know. I got nothing else. Anything else, George? What else?
What else did I? Oh, I sold React 87 too.
Which ones? The Nick ones?
Knicks, yeah, or New
How
York
much?
Mets. New
Did it
York
go
Mets
for a
or
lot?
whatever.
Hey, look more Mets when you put it that way.
I made more money than I paid for both pairs that I had. I had two. I got one from Concepts that was 30%
right.
off, and then I got one regular price. So between the two, I made $20 or something. So
You out here making a lot
I
of
got
money.
my money back. No,
You're making a lot of money, though. We didn't pay the studio.
got bills to pay.
I wonder how much we owe, though. Because I only paid that one, so.
The people hearing this on the show too.
Who cares? Who cares? They know we pay for this. That's why the show's such high quality.
They don't. I'm not worried about them knowing that. We've told people we come to a studio. We want people knowing that we're defaulting in our loan or
First off, let's settle down.
no more sneak this because we don't pay
Defaulting
the
on our loan. Bro, we in the trap. And it was, anyway. All right, I got nothing else.
I've had nothing else since the last conversation ended.
All right, how about
Besides, I did get robot shoes. It was not the greatest experience as you think it was.
Why?
I just popped the box open.
You didn't take them out and look at them?
Yeah, looked at it.
Did you
Hannah
push the
looked
button?
at it. No, it was just is what it is. Put it back, put it together, sold it, get it out.
What'd you sell it on? Goat?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay.
I don't even remember. I use both sites.
All right, well.
Honestly, this is 100% honesty. StockX is in Arizona, so you get paid a day or 2 days faster.
Same day.
Goat's prices are a little higher for most things, so typically I would take the more money and just wait an extra day or 2 days or whatever. But lately, if something is close in price and I'm gonna get it 2 days faster, I'm gonna just go that route.
Trader. Benedict Arnold.
Yes.
All right, do you want to say
I'll
that's
say nicer things once the greenbacks show up. Once the greenbacks arrive.
All right, man. How about you say that's the sneak diss pow 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 today?
That's the Sneak Diss Podcast. I'm going to answer this on the podcast. Hello?
Hi.
Hello?
All right. I'm just letting you know that I'm here.
Okay. Or we're turning everything off right now.
All right. Nothing's good.
All right. Pow 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 pow.
Bing, bang, boom, pow. Bye.